Still ahead here tonight, dozens of local schools on a federal watch list.
Plus, ranking U.S. states in order of intelligence.
I think it's horrible that Nevada ranks that low because we have a lot of people in the community that do care.
Find out where the Silver State ranks compared to the rest of America.
Plus, Lakers star Kobe Bryant back in the courtroom. Why extra security was needed.
And downloading your favorite tunes the legal way. Napster makes a comeback. But first, here's a look at what's coming up tomorrow at 5 a.m. on Sunrise.
If you invest in mutual funds, did you know you pay taxes on the money that you lose? Hello, I'm Mitch Trustwell on the next Sunrise.
Am I making money or am I losing money?
It may sound crazy, but now may be the time to reinvest. How to actually soften the tax bite. News 3 Sunrise starts at 5 a.m.
You're watching Southern Nevada's #1 choice for news. This is News 3 Nightside.
Each day our kids spend hours at school, but how are local schools performing when it comes to your child's education? A watch list is out on schools, and in our area, 82 of them didn't make the grade. The list is tied to the No Child Left Behind Act, a bill that was signed by President Bush last year. It sets up a long list of requirements that includes everything from tracking test scores to setting teacher qualifications, but some say it's an imperfect system.
Or just because their school may not have made it in one particular cell, as you can see here, does not mean that their school is a failing school. It just may mean that on that particular day and in that particular instance with that particular small subgroup, they have to work on that for next year.
If you'd like to know if your child's school is on that watch list, just log on to our website at kvbc.com where we've posted that list.
And we got a double dose of discouraging news today about education here. The schools were put on that federal watch list the same day a new study came out that ranks Nevada near the bottom when it comes to America's smartest states. The Morgan Kitno Press Publishing Company ranked the states according to the quality of education that could be found there. The Silver State placed 49th out of 50, right below Mississippi and right above last place New Mexico. The Clark County School Superintendent Carlos Garcia says the results are inconclusive at best.
It's easy to put out a study like that and alarm everyone, but you really need to look at the details before you allow it to alarm you.
Study says the 3 smartest states are all in New England. Massachusetts, Vermont, and Connecticut ranked first, second, and third. The Superintendent Garcia points out that many of the top states spend twice as much per student than Nevada.
LA Lakers superstar Kobe Bryant appeared in a Colorado courtroom today, prepared for what could be the fight of his life. Bryant arrived with attorneys and bodyguards by his side. Tighter security was put in place because of death threats to the judge, prosecutor, the accuser, and Bryant. Bryant is charged with raping a 19-year-old Colorado woman at a resort in Eagle County in late June. Legal analysts had speculated the defense team would waive the preliminary hearing to avoid publicly exposing potentially damaging evidence. But Bryant's attorneys took the risk and moved forward with the hearing.
I've just received information that the preliminary hearing will go this afternoon for Mr. Bryant.
If there is a trial, the case would first be moved to district court where Bryant would enter a formal plea.
We'll have a follow-up tonight to a story you saw first on News 3 earlier today. The FBI is questioning members of the Nevada State Legislature after claims of illegal activity during the last session. The battle to balance the budget took 2 special sessions and involvement from the state Supreme Court. Now, News 3 has learned the FBI is questioning lawmakers, trying to find out if lobbyists went too far, broke the law to sway votes against a tax increase. The FBI says right now there is no formal investigation, but they are questioning people to see if the claims of illegal activity are valid.
Officials responsible for keeping Lake Tahoe blue are hoping Arnold Schwarzenegger will keep his campaign promises. The new governor-elect promised to make the multi-million-dollar task of restoring the lake a high priority. So far, California has provided more than 1/5 of the $900 million plan for the lake. Arnold has said he will take action to improve the lake.
Young musicians from across the valley combine their talents tonight for the first concert of the Las Vegas Youth Orchestra. Sounds great. News 3's Gerard Romalo hosted tonight's performance at Lorenzi Park. The musicians are selected through an audition process and placed according to their age and playing ability in one of 4 orchestras. They range in grade levels from 2nd through high school. For more information on the Las Vegas Youth Orchestra and a list of their future concert dates, you can log on to our website at kvbc.com and click on links.
They sound like pros to me.
Absolutely impressive. And what a great night to be out in the park, listen to some tunes. Justin Cooper in for Dr. Jim tonight.
That's right. A little warm today, guys. We're up in the upper 90s, but I know you don't mind there with your new pool.
No,
so
it's all
good. You want a
good.
couple of more weekends
I
if you
don't
can.
know, though. I was driving, and my carmometer said like 94, and that was a little
It was
too
up
much
there
for me.
very close, Kim. Let's check it out. Right now, we'll go outside and see how things are looking for our Thursday night. Beautiful shot here from our Rio camera, and officially tonight, the Hunter's Moon. Ow! I'm going to tell you more about what that means in a few minutes. Officially 83 at the airport. Winds out of the south at 8, humidity at 20%, and the barometer is on the rise. Let's take a look at our Wells Fargo WeatherNet station right now. Spring Mountain and Jones checking in with 78. Winds are out of the south at about 6 miles an hour. As we said, very close to a record today. 96 for the official high. 97 is our record. 84 and 60 is where we should be this time of year. Definitely fall, but we don't feel like fall. We're still getting those warm temperatures. That's because high pressure is still sticking around. Sunset tonight at 6:13. Gets up for you tomorrow at 6:42. Able to tee off for the Las Vegas Invitational. And hello to all the golfers. Philly Phil, buddy, I hope you can do it. Knock them out for me. All right, here's the numbers for you right now. 80 at the Strip, 81 East Las Vegas, 81 also in Henderson. Regional temperatures, not too bad. 50s in the northern part of the state and 70s through Southern California. Again, high pressure continues to be basically keeping things settled here, and that's why we're seeing a change, however, the next couple of days. This cold front here will start to make its way in and push this high aside, and we'll also see some chances from showers in the southern Arizona area after some thunderstorms in parts of Louisiana, but you can see that low right there will really start to just skirt the very southern end of our area. So if you are heading to southern Arizona tomorrow, might see a thunderstorm or two. Watch for that. All right, let's take it back home right now. 40 overnight in the mountains, 72 for your afternoon high, 69 and 96 for the lake, and the overnight low for us tonight will get down to about 68. Nice starlit night. 92 for your high tomorrow, so still above normal. Southwest winds at about 5 to 15. Here's your 5-day outlook, guys, as we get you through the rest of your weekend into October. 89 for Saturday, 88 Sunday. Quickly, let me tell you the Hunter's Moon, okay? I know you've been waiting with bated breath. It's the first moon after the harvest moon, and so what happens is after the harvest, back in the olden days, they would the farmers would have all the land bare, and the first Hunter's Moon would give them nightlight to do their killing and get their prey. Give them a little bit more light to do what they got to do.
All right. A little bit.
So go a little crazy out there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Be careful. Lock the
Take
doors.
it easy. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Justin.
All right.
Well, just ahead on Nightside, getting your favorite tunes online.
Yeah, Napster is making a comeback, but not the way you remember it. That's next.
It's the company that paved the way for online music downloads, and now Napster is introducing its new legal service. The service will have songs available for all music lovers.
A massive library of content and the freedom to burn, own, and transfer to portable device any song for the price of just a song, just 99 cents.
Napster was the site that created the digital file swapping craze. It was shut down by the court, and since then, consumers and the recording industry have been fighting ever since. Napster is now owned by Roxio, the company that owns PressPlay. It bought Napster's name for about $5 million. Napster.com will relaunch on October 29th.
The new $20 bill is out. It was redesigned to make it more difficult to counterfeit. 30 cities including Las Vegas, introduced the first batch of new bills. They did it down at the M&M store here. At first, you may not notice the change, but if you look real close, you'll see slight shades of peach, blue, and yellow mixed in. You probably won't find any in your wallet right away. It's going to take several weeks for the bills to circulate through the community.
Well, next on Nightside, we'll have highlights of tonight's playoff game between the Yankees and the Red Sox.
And Mitch has highlights for you from the second round of the Las Vegas Invitational. It's all coming up next in sports.
The American League Championship Series continued tonight between the Red Sox and Yankees. Now, Boston knocked around Mike Mussina in Game 1 tonight, though. The Bronx Bombers had payback in mind. Deuces were wild for Boston starter Derek Lowe. Second inning, and it's a two-run homer for Nick Johnson. That made it 2-1 Yankees. But a pair of twos really doesn't get you much in Vegas or New York or anywhere else. So how about a pair of threes? Third inning, Bernie Williams with a base hit to right field. Derek Jeter going to slide in there just right. That made it 3-1 New York. Now, there's no doubt that Andy Pettitte had his poker face working tonight. Didn't have the best hands or pitches. Gave up 6 hits in the first 2 innings, but it only cost him the 1 run. Pettitte goes 7 strong, picks up the Game 2 win 6-2, earning his 12th postseason win with the Yankees. Believe it or not, folks, that's an all-time club record, and that club's been around, and they've been winning for a long time. Series now tied 1-1. Game 3 will be Saturday at Fenway Park. Well, I'll be flying high with the Rebels tomorrow morning, bound for Colorado Springs and the Air Force Academy. The Rebels are off to their best start since the early 80s, back when mullets were still in. Air Force was ranked in the top 25 until last week when they lost to the Naval Academy. Kickoff set for noon Saturday local time, and I hope you'll listen to us on ESPN Radio 920. Tim Everett is the guy with the play-by-play pipes, and I'm just there to kind of hang out. Big Mountain West showdown tonight as BYU hosted Colorado State into the first quarter. Rams quarterback Bradley Van Pelt finding the tight end Matt Bartz down the near sideline. It's 59 yards worth of real estate in a 21-3 Rams lead. It was a bad homecoming night for BYU. Justin Jory scoring one of the few touchdowns that BYU could put together. It was ugly. I mean, not much for the fans to cheer about. Let's check the final score. 58-13. Colorado State looking very strong over the Cougars, or maybe the Cougars are just that bad. Our Operation Football game of the week tomorrow night, a major game in the Southeast. Basic will host Foothill. 2 schools just a mile or 2 apart in Henderson. It's a backyard brawl. Wolves remember last year's game. The Falcons knocked out quarterback Chris Montano for the season. They remember, but they're not dwelling on it.
The game last year, was just like any other game, but they've beaten us the last 2 years, and, we just really felt last year we had a chance going in and things just didn't go our way, and we feel like we have a sincere chance this year.
This could be huge for down the road. I mean, it's still early, but this could be a tiebreaker later or something. But every game in the division is big, and we lost one, we got to make it up.
All right, sports fans, here is the deal. How about playing hooky tomorrow and heading out to the Las Vegas Invitational? Great weather, great golf, free tickets, and it's a tournament that does need your support. Scott Verplank was the hottest golfer in today's second round. At one time, he birdied 7 out of 8 holes, ended up with a 10 under 62. He's 17 under for the tournament, tied for the lead with Steve Flesch. Stuart Appleby was yesterday's co-leader. He went 5 under today. That's a pedestrian score these days, a 67. Leaves him at 15 under par. Paul Azinger, former PGA champion, been struggling with a sore back of late, but the putter blade bailing him out on this one, made the long snake. He's 8 under for the tournament. As we check the leaderboard, Scott Verplank and Flesch tied atop the board after 2 rounds at 17 under. Heron Charles Howe at 15. Craig Barlow, a local, at 14 under par, so he's back there in a tie for 5th. Other notables for you, Phil Mickelson at 12, so definitely within striking distance. Furyk, a 3-time winner of the tournament, just always plays well here. Riley Campbell, Kendall, and Gomez round out your look at some of the Las Vegas connections to the tournament. And that's it in sports.
The scores are impressive. Another good reason to go out. You see some
It really is.
Great
I mean, it's the kind of tournament where you can really walk right next to them. At some tournaments around the PGA Tour, there's just too many people, 5 and 6 deep around the ropes, like, for instance, at the Phoenix PGA stop. It's very crowded. Here, you can walk right up and talk to them, especially in the first 3 rounds. They're really laid back. It's a good time.
All right. Thank you, Mitch.